your watch APAC premiere.
And Jason, this series realistically could almost be over as quick as it began here. Snake have one final chance to get a map back, put a scratch on the side of NRG and to stay alive in this series, but the American squad has shown no signs of slowing down, no signs of really showing any glaring weaknesses, Jason, over what we've seen from them so far. Definitely the pressure mounting on the Chinese squad here, and Meng Mao's going to open up with a Hanzo.
Okay, so Meng Mao, like I said, okay, he's just going for the vision, I guess, in the beginning, but he's switching over to Widowmaker.
He spotted this out.
Ah, so we're seeing the new Widowmaker. Well, I say new, I mean the new scope change to her and how well she can be played now. Obviously, you can scope in a lot quicker. It's what, from 0.5 down to 0.3 seconds now?
0.33 to be exact.
0.33, and he's going to have God's right in his face. It just barely dodges him. So the vision he can get off his ultimate can be very, very key, not only for him, but for 700, because of the fact that you can see where to hook, and when you see someone's coming around a corner. Again, you see the barrage grenade come down on a dummy, picks up a kill to Pongay, gets two people really low off the back of that, and Snake have been held back at the start.
Now, and this is the position. Now, Gods was sitting up just ahead of Meng Mao on his right-hand side. That's a common position for teams to sneak that Roadhog in early to catch teams out. But the fact that Snake are running with a Widow here, someone who can access the high ground and will actually spend time around here, means that NRG can't do that. They can't have a Roadhog sat just here to hook people as they come past the attacking side. So that's a bonus for Snake. We'll have to see if Meng Mao can really have the impact that he needs to on Widow here.
He won't. He just no chance. Like, in this position, with the way NRG are holding in the server room, he's not going to be able to kill anyone. There's going to be a shield to block them. He might have an opportunity now because NRG actually went to take the fight to him, and Seagull's like, hey, what's up, bro? You're frozen, and you're dead. And that would be the first kill finally going off NRG.
And Milo knocked towards the ground there as well, but Pongay, he was just forced to use that ultimate. He's very low as well. He needs to be careful. The wall comes up in front of him, the deny from Seagull, and it's going to be enough actually to force that time to run out on Pongay's nano boost. But now, he's still able to stay alive and do the fighting. Misses a charge. Milo doesn't go for the reciprocating charge there as well. He backs away. Hook comes in towards Pooks here. So, NRG going for a wild fight where they drop down into towards the canal, but Snake managed to hold on and win it.
Yeah, not sure why actually NRG trying to force the fight there. Maybe trying to catch them off guard a little bit more. The Hog's going to be used just to zone them off the payload. It's going to cross the line. And Snake will get the first checkpoint gone, so he'll pick up a double kill. That was not even a dead. He just gets Faye, he gets Meng Mao, he gets Key. He's looking for a fourth on this one too. The problem is they're respawning back in right next to him. He's going to have to back away.
Yeah, I like McCree headshots, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't really mean too much on the grand scale of things now with that checkpoint already being taken and the core of Snake moving on the payload. So God's making the correct decision to back away here. Damn, he's hitting those shots really nicely. He hit Scan Expert, of course, now coming into his own here. McCree very, very popular on this high ground. You can just see what he can do.
Oh yeah, it's like God's right there. Once you see the hook come down out of a Roadhog, you know you can pop this Deadeye, and there's two targets waiting for him. He's going to only get one because Seagull's able to come in and chime up, take Meng Mao down. But it seems like NRG are more than happy.
The wall! He couldn't actually hit the shot there as well. There was no way that 700 could get the finish because the wall pushed him up. He was ready just to quickly use the combo, but the wall interrupt was perfect from Seagull. And my lord, he saved Gods in the most interesting way I've seen.
Pretty sure I just screamed Seagull the way JD does to Turk, saying Eagle there. I'm probably going to hear some sound clips of that. But no, yeah, the wall was fantastic out of him. The thing is, now they have Blizzard to jump onto the point with. They're going to have Soundbread of Snake, which does give them the opportunity to maybe last out. But an Anubis would just use out a dummy. I believe that's going to be onto Milo. And Seagull trying to come in for the back, looking for opportunities, looking for Fate. And Dave will probably be meeting his own maker here in just a second.
Yeah, Key managed to get up on top of the shuttle there as well. He finds Dummy already in this fight, taking him out, very important. The Nano Boost was already used by Dummy here, but it's hard to really see where that materialized or where that had a big impact. Now Key, oh god, you're in big trouble, my friend. There's no way you're going to escape from that one. The Reaper will have his due and he'll have his cut. Now backing away towards the rest of Snake. They're just going to stick together and push this payload through now. This is just an attempt from Enigma to stall out for as long as he possibly can. But it's not going to be very long at all. Snake breezing through the hangar phase here, and this is a much better performance from this team, who seem to have put in some homework.
Alright, so Milo's going to contest. I just heard Azeta come out of Meng Mao, who gets slept up by Dummy yet again, having a really strong game. Milo's going to go down, though. It's really hard to contest against this Reaper, against Key. Gods is trying to respawn here. Will pick himself up a single kill, but we'll get the assist onto, I think, Key that was. But it's just not enough men, just not enough power here, and this is going to be Snake taking the second checkpoint.
McCree's playground. Look at that. Meng Mao with 4 kills off the back. Just what was required for NRG. Want to be taken down and for Snake to push through there. Gods didn't do too bad himself. Sleep Dart coming out here now as Dummy desperately trying to get away, but he was put to sleep himself. Oh, that's not good. And look how they wait that one out there as well. You can see that they're not in too much of a hurry to kill Dummy. They want to stagger as much as possible, and that means that NRG can't contest this corner now for a couple more seconds.
Honestly surprised that NRG are really struggling, and kudos to Snake. This is a map that NA and EU do play quite a bit, and just to see them not really know how to deal with what Snake's throwing out there, which isn't even necessarily tricky, it's just the Reaper and the McCree that seem to be really throwing NRG through the works here. But Payload will get to the corner, this is where NRG start to shine on this defending side, and you have the spawn advantage. And I believe that was Milo actually charging straight through, but he's taken out by Meng Mao.
I think Punkhead just used an Earth Shatter there as well. I can't actually see where it happened. I don't know if that was a mistake or not. Now at least though he does have a nano boost, you can see him walking inside the room into the back line. That's good hook on towards Seagull. That's the one you want to get rid of first in these fights. No chance for a Blizzard to be charged up. It was 92% on the Captain of Energy. There's no chance of that coming out now at this stage. Hook goes on towards Milo. No, it doesn't misses in fact. Milo able to put up the shield now. Punkhead pushed up against the wall here. I mean, this is Snake just preventing any potential stall now. Wall comes out for Seagull. They're going to push on towards the point. A desperate fight coming in. Even the sound barrier being used to this one. Magmao's face is getting bashed in by Gods. He's going from one to the other. Gets himself 2 quick kills now off the back of that Blizzard. Nicely done by Energy to buy themselves some time. But I don't know how much air they're able to come up for here. At least one fight won for them. But still 2 minutes 40 on the clock for Snake.
I wonder if that ice wall blocked off the Earth Shatter to Milo. Because he only caught onto one person. That was 700, I believe it was, on the Roadhog. I don't know. I have to go back and look at that one. But either way, 700 has switched over to the Zarya, so not running the Roadhog anymore. That kill potential has kind of fallen down, but look at Enigma. He's being really sneaky. He's actually snuck up a little bit to the side. The payload's already past him, so he knows he's not going to check this position. And a ground switch coming in from the backside will allow Milo to charge up ultimate, will allow Seagull to charge up ultimate, as well as Dummy. This is where it gets really dangerous for Snake, because this is where the snowball can really come in.
Big ultimates are there, you're exactly right. Now the Graviton comes in, Enigma chooses his, I guess, entry path very, very well. And now Energy should be able to clean up on this one. Not many ults committed. That's the biggest part of this fight. Gods did use his ultimate, and then Enigma as well came in. That was it. In fact, I don't think it was a self-destruct. I think he just got desuited. I'll have to check on that one. But just the Graviton surge.
Okay. So he was switching anyway. So he's like, all right, might as well pop this one down. So I'm going to switch over to McCree. It's not really much of a loss for them, but it allowed Seagull, Milo, Dummy, all to get ults ready to go. This is where Energy really is going to have to keep this pressure. I don't have to keep the pressure on. The fact is, at Stake is the one that has to make the moves, that has to make an engagement. And there you can see again, Punkhead goes in for the charge.
Yeah, and the nano boost came out right after that as well, just to respond to try and keep Milo alive. But look at Key, he's spinning his way into the back line. He gets knocked down. Good Earth Shatter from Milo. He's going to put this nonsense to an end once and for all at this rate. Now with a minute 23 left on the clock, and Snake are being bundled right out yet again. Kills spread all over Energy. And a very good response towards that Reaper. You can see how much it strikes fear into the hearts of teams when Milo is going to expend his Earth Shatter just to make sure Key can't kill the rest of his team.
And now you get to the But now you have Energy with one ultimate to go, because they use Soundbar as well in that fight, but the Blizzard alone will allow Milo to get his ultimate back up as well as Enigma. So you have to be really careful with Snake here. I'm really not sure why they're not running Mei themselves to kind of counter this out to actually wall up the enemy team in these kind of areas. But Snake are going for the high ground. They're switching up the position. But I think Seagull's in hot pursuit. And God's already gets domed.
He's got to be very, very careful here as well. He actually gets a bit of damage towards Meng Mao, but eventually falls. The headshot comes in. Now Meng Mao looking towards Dummy up on that bridge. Does get the headshot, but it's taken down in response. The Dart doing its job. Now Enigma just trying to stay alive inside this Graviton surge. But Key gets himself 3 kills over that one. Energy gonna have some time to reinforce this one, I believe. But look at Key getting that high ground now. Gets shielded immediately, which means he can safely teleport up there and pressure on towards Dummy. Dummy gonna go very, very low. Dummy down. And now Energy back into the fight. But they're missing that Ana with the nano boost ready.
And there's only 20 seconds left for Snake, and you have Meng Mao, I think, who is on the high ground. The problem is he has to hope the Sleep Dart or Dummy does miss. If he can hit a good Deadeye here, this could be Snake closing out the map, but with 10 seconds left to go, and with Key getting caught up by Gods, this is not looking good.
Perfect. Just 2 shots to the dome. That's all you need to get rid of the Reaper. And now Gods has prime position. The flash comes in though. Nicely thrown there indeed. Meng Mao manages to connect that one well, and now Gods and Dummy it down. It's going to be Seagull pressing forward, gets the freeze on towards Fate, but finally gets the kill, and a Graviton to follow up here. This is Seagull now. It's his time to shine. His time to get in a bit of that extra damage, and it looks like Energy have done it yet again. Snake got off to a very good start in this match, but Seagull looks now to be stalling things out. He's going to receive the nano boost, but Key comes in. It's a desperate Death Blossom, and it's going to be a useless one at that. Gets himself no kill. Seagull benefiting big time from the nano boost, and it's going to be Energy to hold on right before the death.
And that defense matrix out of Gods, stopping that Death Blossom, turn it into a Mech Blossom, doing no damage.
I like it.
Thank you. Doing no damage because of that. He was really able to help keep his teammates alive. But Gods, well, got to give him credit for flexing over so often. Flexing a McCree, flexing a Diva there, playing him a little bit of Roadhog. Really being, I guess, the player the team can depend on to get Dummy, having some great sleep darts, some great damage in general, some great grenades at the beginning. And Pook's kind of feel back because I want to talk him up, but Lucio's so subtle in the way he works, you can't really see too much in terms of like amazing plays happening.
Yeah, that's right. I'm speaking to Nox about the same thing. He's like, you know, it would be really, really good if, you know, you could recognize when the speed boosts come in. I'm like, yeah, I agree. I'd love to know that, but sometimes you can't hear the sound over all the other things that are happening on the screen.
It's a really it sounds wrong, unrewarding position, because you're playing Lucio and you know you're never going to be the MVP. You're never going to be like, oh, what an amazing play out of so-and-so on Lucio. You kind of have to take that one, realizing you're not going to be a star of your team, but you can sure as hell be that strong core player that you need.
Yeah. And to be fair, it's a special breed of players that could be satisfied with that one as well. And Pook's definitely one of them there. Okay, so Much better performance, to be fair, coming out from the side of Snake, but still, it's going to require a full map completion on the side of NRG. They were taken aback, I think it's safe to say, by some of the things that were thrown at them by Snake. That first fight, though, Jason, I found a little bit confusing when NRG dropped down. So they picked off Meng Mao. It was Seagull aware for that one, but then they dropped down into the tunnel and they got smashed.
Yeah, so I know what they were trying to do. Because you have Mei, you can rush up and cut off the retreat of an enemy team if they're trying to back away from you in that tight area in that little bridge they were on. So they wanted to force the fight there and pick them off because they had nowhere to run. And when you're in a position not expecting a fight and they all of a sudden swarm you, you don't know who to focus down. You can't make the calls quick enough.
Sure.
So that's what they were trying to do, I'm assuming. But as we saw, it really didn't amount to anything. Nothing at all. And now we need to see if maybe Snake can put up a good solid defense on the first point.
Okay, Gods, you've got my attention. The Bastion coming out.
He's going to switch it, yeah.
Just in case there was some early aggressive from Snake. I like that. If Snake got aggressive, they would have lost the fight and they would have lost the first checkpoint almost. So I don't mind that. Look at the ice wall used on the payload here. I don't think that was for any real purpose. Maybe to help NRG access some other parts of the map without having to walk around.
But look where Snake's actually defending from. In this tunnel area, it's very aggressive and you're really easy to be caught off guard. If they drop on top of you, which I'm assuming they have someone up there to see, then you completely can be overwhelmed.
I think Gods is on the high ground here, but the wall's going to come in anyway. Keith's going to try and cut off the avenue of retreat here for NRG. But NRG winning this trade down in a massive way. They were ready for this fight to be started, and they bite back twice as hard. Fate falls down, Meg Mao's going to go after him. And for some reason, we've seen Keith commit himself to this fight. Even his own wall couldn't get himself out of trouble. So Snake engage on NRG, pretty much lose 5-1 in that fight.
I think maybe we're seeing why Watch Gibraltar isn't one of the most played maps. Snake really struggled to put up a good defense in terms of like how the normal meta is of defending, of sitting back into that server room or sitting on high ground a little bit differently. They actually sit right in the front, right in the tunnel, trying to put up an aggressive front. It doesn't work out at all, and even that nano boost is really questionable coming through.
Yeah, I mean, Punga got cut down a couple seconds after it was used, and Seagull now, oh my lord, not a good day for Meng Mao. He's actually able to survive through that one, but look at the timing. Seagull throws up the ice block, the troll is real, and then a punching towards the side of Fate. NRG is moving quite comfortably through here. I have to wonder about Snake's aggression here. I understand on that point now, just to, try and hope that NRG can't reach the checkpoint.
Genji?
But the first fight they took there, it was a coin flip. You drop down on top and try to, brawl out with a team. How can you guarantee yourselves like a decent percentage of winning that fight?
Well, you can't. I guess that's the problem, is you can't really guarantee that, and it's too risky. But Seagull, he switched to Pharah. So I was going to say, Snake has time to get some high ground control, but immediately NRG push up with the help of dummies, switches Seagull over to Pharah, now to Genji to maintain this. Actually take this away from Snake so they can't use this. What, if you're Meng Mao, what are you ever going to... What?
Oh.
You should not be able to teleport up there. God just helps him.
I'm not sure how that happened there as well. Gods just took a big hit away from Meng Mao, drops early. Now this is the opening, this is the opportunity for the fight to be started. NRG aren't ready for this sort of cadence, I guess, or this rhythm. They thought they were just establishing control now, and all of a sudden a fight was started against them. Backing right away here, Enigma fancying to go for a bit of the high ground. This is going to be one of those situations that can be a little bit harder for Xayah, the first part of his room. If Snake aren't forthcoming with an engagement and they don't poke down, it's hard for the Xayah to really get rolling here. A lot of ults, though, are going to be on both of these teams here. 5 for NRG and Seagull switching over to the Genji here.
Yeah, so Seagull has a little bit of a rough spot here because, yes, he can go on the high ground, but he's not assisted by anyone like a Winston. And if Snake holds from the high position like they were doing with the Reinhardt, he really shouldn't have too much of an opportunity to make any plays happen. You can see Enigma trying to stack up some energy. He has a Grouts on Surge, but he doesn't have a good place to put it down because they don't have the follow-up. They don't have the ability to follow up on the high.
I think Graviton Surge was used there to try and catch Meng Mao out and stop him from ulting, but it didn't really work. Meng Mao's still at large. In fact, now with the sound barrier going on towards the side of Snake, this is going to be the most comfortable fight they've probably had all series. It's going to be him getting a couple. Key gets a double dead-eye from the top side there as well, who eventually does fall. But Punga is going to be there, gets 2 kills. Dummy and Enigma fell to him, and Pook's having to quickly hot foot away, try and give his team the speed boost out of spawn to start another fight. I have seen many teams stall out in NRG's position. It's very, very hard to overcome a defensive side who's had the time and the freedom to set up on top of the spaceship. They can drop down at their own volition, or they can just stay up there and win the poke wall.
Well, now we got Enigma switch over to Tracer. He actually was on Winston for a split second, trying to pair him with Seagull, but them together are going to try to penetrate the back lines. I don't know who they're necessarily going to kill, though, in this situation, unless they're just trying to push the payload up and force them to contest it, which they currently are doing.
Well, they're going to force Snake to fight them, and that's the whole point. Seagull gets 2 kills out of God knows where, and now he gets the nano boost on towards them as well. That means a Dragon Blade forthcoming. He gets that one out. Now looking for Punga. It's easy for the man. He cuts Snake open on his own. He got about 5 kills over the course of that fight there. Somehow 2 without the nano boost as well, which is tricky for Genji in some cases where the enemy team is close together.
we're going to have to see NRG switch things up a little bit. I don't know if the Tracer, Genji, and McCree is going to be enough to close out this actual map. In the meantime, Snake have been able to contest, but the problem is the payload already crossed the line here. It looks like Snake fell off in the last few seconds, and that's allowed NRG to have the quicker respawn up front, and Snake's just going to have to die here. They cannot contest this payload at this position anymore.
I mean, the spawn for the attacking team is adjacent to the payload where it is right now, so there's no point for Snake to actually contest this one. Seagull, some style points there, just going to reflect back the fire strike. And now we're on to the last stretch. Excuse me, 3 minutes and 26 seconds just to finish the map here. Enigma are going to be switching over towards the Reaper here, so no Tracer, but still this triple DPS single tank thing that we're actually seeing a little bit more often from NRG recently because of what Enigma can do is now going to be coming out again.
Keep in mind, he had post bomb too. He actually gave that one up, realizing that it's more effective to switch over to Reaper in this situation. He can be popped the Deadeye. Doesn't really have the opportunity to pick up anyone though, because the shield's there and everyone's able to just kind of move off into the sides. Punga's already dropped his Gods though, and this is going to force Snake back again. They've already lost the main tank. They've lost the ability to hide behind a shield. If they lose any more men here, this is going to give up so much distance to NRG. Not to mention Seagull from behind with the Earthshatter coming through. He's going to get resets aplenty.
Yeah, that's right. And Dragonblade not going to be far away as well. Getting this kill will pretty much get him there now, and he'll have it ready to go. And it's going to be nasty. Punga just comes back in, but he's going to be on his own there. The Bionic Grenade used on towards Fate, going to make it hard for him to stay alive. And Seagull is tearing Snake to shreds. I tell you what, Lunatic High, AF Blue Rogue should be watching this very, very carefully here, as NRG are looking to be much more revitalized team than they were just after having arrived. Graviton Surge comes on towards the point, but only one person's caught in it. Sure, Poop goes down, but Seagull just gets up towards the high ground. God zones out here with Deadeye, forces Snake back, and now NRG will be able to push back into them. They're going to get on towards Isaiah. It's traded out with Milo falling down here, but even if NRG don't win the game here, they can build up some ultimates.
Enigma, he's got his Death Blossom ready to go. Seagull's already popped his Dragonblade too. He's going to get Slep coming in, and Seagull's just trying to slice and dice his way through. He gets Earthshatter down to the ground. Fire Strike comes through. It doesn't kill him because Pooks pops off the Sound Barrier. Enigma gets himself a double. He still has Death Blossom to use, and somehow Isaiah's still alive on the payload.
Yeah, and that Death Blossom's coming out right now. He gets himself 2 kills. Isaiah falls down. It was a little bit of a preemptive Sound Barrier used for Snake just to try and stay alive. With Mengmao falling, he'd switched towards the Winston. It's not going to happen. NRG take the series 3-0, and Snake not able to finish a single map.
And Mitch, I think if you're Snake in that situation, you necessarily are not going to be happy with yourselves, but at the same rate, they definitely showed some improvement over the course of the last couple of days. They were able to beat IG Fire to even get themselves through here today through the wild card. NRG were just too prepared. It seems like all the presence or all the time they've been putting in over these last, what, 5, 6, 7 days has really shown up.
See, this moment for Seagull was big. I mean, to be fair, he paved the way for this play, getting 2 quick kills without Dragonblade, without Nano Boost. That's